Round number 2, Gor Mnatsakanyan wearing the red trunks. Maurice centers wearing the black and the gray.
And, you know, Centers isn't breathing overly hard. It doesn't look like he's totally worn out, but there's just no snap, no pop.
You're right.
It almost looks like he's in sparring mode still for some reason, you know? It's like the sort of kicks and punches that you'd throw at a friend if you were just sparring in the gym.
He has taken a few hits from Mnatsakanyan, and, you know, they really haven't affected him too much. Maybe he's just not afraid of Mnatsakanyan's power.
Oh,
nice combo there from Mnatsakanyan.
And he moves forward still, like I said, goes for the shot, stuffs it, has a hold of his neck, throws a knee. That looks almost low.
Yeah, it looks like it caught Mnatsakanyan in the thigh there.
Yeah, and again, you can see Mnatsakanyan, not the collegiate wrestling type to shoot in. He wants to get into the clinch, but he's showing some nice stand-up as well.
Yeah, the striking is really crisp. His combinations look good, and just the way that he's positioning his hands as he's waiting for Maurice to come in, his timing is impeccable.
Training with Juan Fight Team will definitely improve your stand-up game, that's for sure.
There's a little snap.
Yeah, takes an inside leg kick there.
But then he eats a side kick to the belly as well. Mnatsakanyan is very light on his feet, dancing around, good movement. Blocks that kick. I'm impressed with Mnatsakanyan tonight.
And Mnatsakanyan continues to look for new angles too, and he continues to get through. But how much damage is it really doing? It's peppering him. You know, as the fight continues to go on, it's going to wear Maurice Centers down.
Yeah, it's not the heavy home run blow, but especially with these 5-minute rounds, the damage is adding up for sure. At least just kind of wearing Centers down a little bit.
And it certainly can be a viable strategy. If you can show somebody that you're about equal on the feet and certainly inflict some pain on them, they're maybe going to try a little bit less hard to stuff that takedown. And when it does go to the ground, it seems like Mnatsakanyan has a decided advantage. And there he goes again, dragging Centers to the ground. Back of the neck, just clinches up and pulls him right down.
Yeah, Centers looked like he was finally ready to move forward, and Mnatsakanyan felt it and just dropped to his back. Now here's the reverse of what we saw earlier. Let's see what Centers' attitude is while standing over his opponent.
Oh, those foot stomps.
Those are brutal. Not going to end a fight, but it's definitely going to make the next 7 minutes unpleasant.
Centers backs up, lets Mnatsakanyan back to his feet. And you can hear the corner of Centers saying, let your hands go. Over halfway through the second round here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left.
And that's really all the advice they can give him. He's outclassed on the ground. That's not where he wants to be. Even when he has top position, he's in danger. He's got to let his hands go.
Nice knee to the body there, yeah.
Slides out to the back. Dominant position here. Let's see what Maurice Centers can do with it. Mnatsakanyan looks like he wants to try to roll.
Trying to front trip right there.
Oh, nice elbow.
Knee in the back of the thigh now.
Oh, Mnatsakanyan falls to his back, but he did slide into guard, so he's not giving up his back.
Mnatsakanyan very fluid. Even as he was going down there, he was setting up that punch and landed a nice stiff right across the jaw there of Centers as it went to the ground.
And Mnatsakanyan seems to be content with keeping Maurice on top of him. I don't think he wants to get him off him right here, the way he's got his legs hooked in from the back.
Yeah, like I said, now he starts to work the legs up high. He's gone for that arm bar a couple times. Centers has been able to power out, but maybe he's tired. Here it is again.
Yep. Is Maurice going to be able to power out of it this time?
Maurice Centers, a little over a minute left. He's going to try to slam out of it.
Slam comes back and he connects right over Mnatsakanyan's right eye. Mnatsakanyan instantly has a mouse there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful right hand after the slam. Mnatsakanyan still had the wherewithal to attempt a triangle choke momentarily underneath. But that was a nice moment for Maurice Centers.
Maurice Centers showing his strength.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's going to start to frustrate Mnatsakanyan as this fight continues to wear on. It's like every time he sets up a pretty solid armbar, he just gets picked up and slammed out of it by Maurice Centers. Maurice doing a very nice job showcasing his strength and kind of negating a lot of the threats that Mnatsakanyan is setting up on the ground.
Yeah, it's definitely burning more energy out of Maurice Centers by having to lift his opponent that way. But it's got to be a little bit frustrating that you keep going for this position over and over and can't get the finish.
Plus, getting slammed on your head doesn't really feel too great either.
It can be a tad annoying.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Gor Mnatsakanyan on the bottom in the red. Maurice Centers, gray trunks on top right now. Round number 2, how do you score that one?
Oh, man.
That's tough, huh?
Yeah, it was tough, and I think Maurice Centers had the nice move, the nice slam was probably the best moment of the fight so far for him, but it's in a defensive moment. So, me personally, I've got Mnatsakanyan up 2 rounds tonight.
I've got Mnatsakanyan up 2 rounds, none as well. I mean, even though Gor's going to have to watch his right eye, there is a big mouse forming under that. Centers connected nicely when he dropped him.
It'll be interesting to see what the judges are looking for tonight. Maurice Centers is definitely moving forward more, even when they are on their feet. But Gor is attempting more submissions, as we're seeing right now from the replay. That's nice, too. As we're seeing in the replays, Gor is certainly setting up, being more offensive on the ground, looking for those submissions. That armbar very tight, but Maurice, this is the moment where he picks him up and just slams him down, gets right out of it.
And I tell you what, I thought momentarily that Mnatsakanyan was a flash knockout there, just momentarily, and maybe the right hand woke him back up.
Yeah, Maurice right after that followed through with a big right to Mnatsakanyan's right eye. And if you can see it, it's still very red, very, very red under his right eye.
3rd and final round. Have no idea how the judges are scoring this one so far, so could be 2-0 for Mnatsakanyan, could be 2-0 for Maurice Centers. We don't know.
I don't think
but this third, I doubt it is, but you never know with the judges. It is the 3rd and final round, so this one could determine it all.
Yeah, Centers did have some snap on that first kick. In between rounds, Ken Hahn was saying, you know, again, as they were imploring in the 2nd round, you've got to fire off punches. Again, Centers, doesn't look to be breathing too terribly heavily, but just the snap isn't there. You wonder if it's the lactic acidosis or what have you that goes around with his nice muscular frame.
Gor trying to take Centers down and almost falling through the ropes as Centers. Centers is through the ropes right now.
Steve Mazzagatti watching the action closely. And Centers with the double.
Good job by Centers to get on top.
Mnatsakanyan trying to pull up his leg there, possibly looking for a go-go Pilata or an omoplata, but Maurice Centers detects it. Muscles through that as well.
Looking for an armbar again.
Oh, this is deep. Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, Centers still trying to fight his way through it.
Gutsy performance by Maurice Centers.
Oh, man, that arm is cracked. That's brutal. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. Maurice Centers could take no more. Gor Mnatsakanyan just cranks that arm until it's on the verge of snapping, gets the tap, a submission victory, 2nd in a row. Gor Mnatsakanyan remains perfect.
I got to give it up to Maurice Centers for hanging in that armbar for that long. I turn away. I'm not going to lie, guys. I winced.
Oh, man, that was rude. Action again. Look at that. Just cranked so deep. Unbelievable that an arm didn't break right there.
Is he double jointed?
And Maurice Centers still just hanging through it. Another 10, 12 seconds here of just writhing in pain, trying to get out of it, create any space to try to, once again, muscle through that move, but just Gor so tight. Solid armbar, fully across his body. Man, that was more than 10 or 12 seconds. This is another 25, 30 seconds.
Maurice Centers did a good job of rotating his elbow to a safe position and a safe angle, but for the most part, it looked like it was right there. And I'm right with you, Mahoney. I was speechless momentarily. I thought we were going to see a broken arm in our first fight tonight.
I wouldn't have been mad at Steve Mazzagatti for stopping that without the tap. I was so close to breaking. These guys are professionals. They have their own safety in their own hands to some degree, but Steve Mazzagatti was right there watching over the action. Maurice Centers was struggling, trying to create some space to get out of the armbar, but was unable to do it. But way to hang in there for Maurice Centers, and Gor Mnatsakanyan just a clinic on the ground tonight. Great job by him. Everywhere that fight went, he was setting up submission attempts and eventually got it. Nice job. Let's take it up,
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this fight at 1 minute and 24 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar and still undefeated, Gor Mnatsakanyan!
Took him 2.5 rounds to get it done, but true to form, Gor Mnatsakanyan, as we predicted, gets the submission tonight in our first fight of the evening here at the Hard Rock. We're coming back for more action in just a moment from MMA Xplosion.